How to create a morning routine that actually changes your life. Awaken Mindset. The moment everything clicks. At 6 a.m., you wake up to the soft glow of morning light filtering through your curtains. The world feels quiet, almost sacred. You make a cup of coffee, take a deep breath, and for the first time in what feels like years, you're not rushing. You're not reacting. You're creating your day. Sound like a dream? It doesn't have to be. Most of us have been there, hitting snooze 3 times, scrolling through notifications before our feet even touch the floor, already behind before the day truly begins. The chaos doesn't come later. It starts in the first 10 minutes. But what if those 10 minutes, that fragile slice of morning, could become the foundation of everything you want to change? That's where the magic of a morning routine comes in. Not the kind you copy from a billionaire's YouTube video or an influencer's reel, but one that actually fits your life and rewires your mindset from the inside out. This is your guide to creating a morning routine that doesn't just look productive, but one that truly changes who you are, how you think, how you feel, and how you show up in the world. Let's awaken that mindset. 1. Why mornings? The most underrated power tool you have. Mornings can feel cruel. The alarm feels like an enemy. The idea of winning the morning sounds like motivational nonsense when you barely slept 5 hours. But here's the truth. Mornings aren't about productivity. They're about alignment. Think about it. The first 60 minutes after you wake up are when your brain is most impressionable. Neurologically, your subconscious mind is still active, absorbing patterns, emotions, and energy. What you do in that window becomes the emotional software that runs your entire day. If you start your morning reacting to emails, messages, social media, you're programming yourself to stay in reaction mode all day. You're training your brain to chase, not create. But if you start your morning with intention, a breath, a plan, a few moments of gratitude, you're reclaiming the driver's seat. You're telling your mind, I decide the pace of my day, not my phone, not my job, not the noise. That small shift is where transformation begins. You don't need a perfect morning. You need an intentional one. 2. The art of designing your routine, not someone. Elsie Souve probably seen dozens of morning routines online. Wake up at 4:30 a.m. Run 5 miles. Journal for 30 minutes. Drink lemon water. Meditate, visualize your dream life. Those habits work for some people, but they don't work because of what they are. They work because of why they are. The truth is, your routine should reflect your energy, your goals. In your season of life, if you're a night owl, waking up at 4:30 a.m. might make you miserable, and misery isn't discipline. It's disconnection. Here's a framework to design a routine that actually sticks. Step 1. Identify your core intention. Ask yourself, what do I want my mornings to give me? Clarity. Energy? Peace? Momentum? Your answer determines everything else. If you crave clarity, maybe journaling or a short walk is key. If you need energy, move your body, stretch, dance, breathe. If you long for peace, slow rituals like meditation or reading might ground you. Your morning should fill what your soul runs out of. Step 2. Choose 3 anchors instead of a long list. Build around 3 simple anchors, actions that align with your intention. Example, if your intention is clarity, your anchors might be 5 minutes of deep breathing, writing 3 things you want to focus on today. 1 minute of gratitude. If your intention is momentum, quick body movement or exercise, cold shower, or energizing music. Reviewing your goals or to-do list, simple, sustainable, personal. The key is consistency over complexity. Your brain builds identity through repetition, not intensity. Step 3. Protect your energy from noise. The most powerful thing you can do in the morning is not add more habits, but remove distractions. Try a no-input policy for your first 30 minutes. No phone. No emails. No social media. That quiet is where clarity is born. Silence is not empty. It's full of answers. 3. The science of tiny wins. And why they matter more than motivation? Let's get something straight. Motivation is unreliable. You won't always feel like waking up early, meditating, or working out, but you don't need motivation. You need momentum. Your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of reward and motivation, not when you finish a massive goal, when you make progress, even tiny ones. That means making your bed equals dopamine. Drinking a glass of water equals dopamine. Writing one sentence in your journal equals dopamine. Each small win tells your subconscious, I'm someone who follows through. But identity shift matters more than any checklist. Habits don't change your life. The identity you build through habits does. So instead of aiming for a perfect routine, aim for one small win every morning. That's how you create a feedback loop of self-trust, and self-trust is the real foundation of transformation. 4. What to do when you fall off track, because you will. Let's be real. You're going to have bad mornings. You'll oversleep, forget, skip, or just not feel like it. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. The goal isn't perfection, it's resilience. When you miss a day or 3, don't start over. Just start again. The difference between those two is everything. Here's how to reset quickly. Reflect what threw me off. Was it sleep? Stress? Lack of clarity? Refocus. Reconnect with your why. Remember the feeling you're chasing. Restart small. Go back to your simplest anchor. One breath, one glass of water, one intention. Every time you bounce back, you strengthen your mental muscle of discipline. That's how growth really happens. Not through never falling, but through always rising. 5. The hidden power of morning mindset work. You can wake up early. Drink green juice and do yoga. But if your mindset stays trapped in self-doubt or autopilot, nothing really changes. That's why the Awaken Mindset approach starts from the inside. Try this every morning. Before touching your phone, ask yourself 3 questions. What am I grateful for right now? Who do I choose to be today? What one action will bring me closer to my ideal self? This simple reflection rewires your brain for intentional living. It moves you from reacting to creating over time. You'll notice something subtle but profound: your mornings stop being something to get through and start becoming your favorite part of the day, because you're no longer just waking up to an alarm. You're waking up to your life. Point 6. The 7-day morning challenge. Start now. Let's not just talk about it. Let's practice it. Here's your simple 7-day morning challenge to reset your life. Day 1. The reset. Wake up 30 minutes earlier than usual. No phone for the first 30 minutes. Write down one intention for the day. Day 2. The energy boost. Drink a full glass of water right after waking up. Stretch or move your body for 5 minutes. Smile. Even if you don't feel like it, your brain will follow. Day 3. The clarity. Practice. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Visualize how you want your day to feel. Speak one affirmation out loud. Day 4. The connection. Send one kind message to someone. Take 5 mindful breaths before breakfast. Notice one thing you love about your morning. Day 5. The momentum. Review your goals or vision board. Do one action, even tiny, that moves you closer. Celebrate your progress. Day 6. The reset. Sleep early the night before. Simplify your morning to only 2 key habits. Savor your coffee or tea without multitasking. Day 7. The reflection. Reflect on how your mornings felt this week. Which habits felt natural? Which drained you? Adjust. This is your design, not anyone else's. At the end of these 7 days, you'll realize it wasn't about waking up earlier. It was about waking up better. 7. Common morning mistakes that sabotage your growth. Let's keep it real. Not everything morning advice online works for everyone. Here are a few traps to avoid. Mistake 1. Overloading your routine. You don't need a 10-step ritual. You need a rhythm. Overloading creates guilt and burnout. Simplicity sustains. Mistake 2. Comparing your mornings to others. Comparison kills authenticity. Your morning is sacred because it's yours. Protect that. Mistake 3. Ignoring sleep. You can't win the morning if you lose the night. Prioritize rest. Your energy is the foundation of your mindset. Mistake 4. Treating it like a checklist. Morning routines aren't trophies. They're tools for awareness. Do them with yourself, not to yourself. 8. The ripple effect. How a morning routine changes everything when your mornings change. Everything changes. Your energy changes. Your confidence changes. Your relationships change. Why? Because how you do your morning is how you do your life. You start showing up with calm instead of chaos. You begin responding instead of reacting. You create from intention instead of impulse. People will start noticing. They'll ask, "What's different about you?" You'll smile because you'll know it's not coffee. It's clarity. It's not routine. It's rebirth. That's the power of an awakened morning mindset. Call to action. Start tomorrow morning. Don't wait until Monday. Don't wait for the right time. Your new life begins with one sunrise. Tomorrow morning, do this. Wake up and breathe. Say thank you, even if you don't know for what. Move your body. Set one small intention. Then watch how your day and slowly your life begins to shift. Because change doesn't happen in big leaps. It happens in quiet, consistent mornings that belong to you. Support Awaken Mindset. If this message resonates with you, if something inside you whispered, "Yes, this is what I need," then you're already on your path. Support Awaken Mindset by sharing this post with someone who needs a fresh start, joining our community of intentional humans, following for daily tools, stories, and reflections that keep your mindset awake. Together we rise, one mindful morning at a time. Awaken Mindset, because the way you start your morning is the way you start your life.